Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with Micah.
Hey.
Rob.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, so we're back with episode 55, Jungle Fever. This, of course, is the 1991 film by Spike Lee, which deals largely with interracial dating. So before we get started, we do have a couple of 5-star reviews. But for some reason, those aren't showing up, so that's good. God damn it. I'll find those later before the end of the show. So let's just start with our out of 5 score. We'll start with Rob and go around.
Come back to me.
All right, we'll start with Terrence and go around.
God damn it. I don't know.
What? You want me to stop the tape?
No, we're good. We're on cup here. I liked it. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was entertaining. Like, what movie is this? His third movie? Second or third movie?
I think this is like his 4th movie because Do the Right Thing, I think, is his 3rd movie.
That came out in 89. Okay. Yeah. This was 91. It was entertaining. It hit on some topics that are still happening today. I don't think they're ever going to go away. I don't really like Spike Lee as a director.
As a director, really?
There are things that he does that I cannot stand, but I like the movie as a whole, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Is one of the things you don't like the dolly shot? Where
Yes.
Oh my
The what
God.
shot?
The dolly shot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
like,
it's his signature
I
thing.
feel like I need to turn this off now. I'm like, are they on a horse or whatever? It was really fucking stupid.
Like it's a weird shot.
It's a dumb shot.
It's a weird shot that works when during the Malcolm X one where he was elsewhere. Like he was like coasting through life and it made sense.
Yeah.
They were just walking down the street.
Yeah, in this one it didn't really make too much.
Not at all. I was like, fuck you, Spike.
I actually enjoyed this movie. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It speaks on some real shit, and but there was one thing about this movie that I really didn't understand, and it is, in television they generally have an A story and a B story, and the A story usually drives an overarching plot for the season, and then the B story is just some wacky thing with a couple of side characters. So
right.
I think this movie had an A story and a B story. I think the A story was the interracial relationship, and the B story was the comment
crackhead
on
brother.
Right, the comment on the crackhead brother.
Right.
I don't know what the B story had to do with the A story.
Nothing.
Right, exactly. So I feel like, and I had never seen this movie before at all.
Yeah, this is the first time I've actually watched the entirety of the movie too.
So I feel like this movie is a little too. Well, most Spike Lee movies are up its own ass, but I feel like there's a little too much going on. I feel like he could have made the movie speaking on interracial relationships one movie. I think he could have made his crack epidemic movie as a separate movie, but shoehorning both of these things into one movie just feels a little too much for me. While I enjoyed the A story and I enjoyed the B story, I think I would have enjoyed them more as two separate entities and not just smashed together. But that's the only real gripe that I have. I mean, I might, how we do. Well, I'll probably find something else to complain about later on. But.
Yep. That's fair. For me, I probably would give it a 4. I thought it was really well done. I would agree that there are obviously an A and B story. I guess for me, the thing that links them together is just the fact that Snipes' character, Flipper Purify. Okay. Look, he kind of nailed it. Look, he kind of nailed it because black people, our naming conventions are a little odd. It just didn't have an apostrophe. That's it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But so I think it's more about him being such a successful guy, but still having this, part of his family. I mean, like, he's living for all intents and purposes, in 90s thought, he's living a very white lifestyle, right? I mean, he is an architect at this firm. He's trying to be a partner in the architectural firm. He's a successful family man, and all. I mean, I'm not saying that those things are white things, but in the mindset of America in that time frame, those would have been seen as very white accomplishments, so to speak. And here he still has like the super preacher dad and the mom in the super traditional role and a crackhead brother. Like you're still black, you know, and I think that's if there's any line between those two stories, I think that's probably it. But I agree, like if the B story didn't exist, it would have taken nothing away from the movie for me at all. And I don't think it particularly adds anything either.
Right, that's my thing. It doesn't add to the commentary on interracial relationship. It just doesn't.
It just doesn't.
You literally could cut this movie in half. It could be an hour.
Right.
And you would get across everything you need to get across.
Right. I don't think it works to the detriment, but there's no benefit either. So why is it there?
Right. Don't do shit just to do shit.
Right. But all in all, I enjoyed the movie. I thought there were some really great moments. If I had to pick one major gripe, it would be that I would have preferred that they got together as single people and not as the whole idea of him cheating. But I understand why they did it, because it adds a layer of discussing him as a black man leaving a black woman for a white one. Like, I understand it's to make it more multi-layered. It's just that in 1991 times, I could see why that could be easily the larger focus instead of the focus on all the other stuff that goes behind it. So if I had one gripe, I think if this movie was made now, they probably would just be single.
Yeah, instead of just her being black man's kryptonite.
Right, exactly. And I think that, like, I just sort of accepted that and was like, okay, I understand why you're trying to make it more complex, and that makes total sense.
Was it complex?
No.
I thought so, but I think the characters have a serious level of nuance.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. No, I don't think they're all that. I don't think they're that flat. But I think that's the point, is to make those relationships more complex, so that he's jumping back and forth and trying to figure out, like, being a family man, blah blah blah, all this stuff, in the same time dealing with this interracial relationship. Rob.
So yeah, before the show, he told me, and I was about to say something, it was exactly that. I said, if you want to make two movies, make two movies. All right. Because those things, they clashed. It felt like I felt like they were almost taken away from each other with how heavy each subject was. It was just like, especially with the way the movie ended, I'm like, what is your movie about right now? I'm not sure exactly what your movie is about if you have these two very separate issues, yet you're not, they don't blend at all. Now, as far as the issues go, I mean, like, okay, movie A and movie B you were talking about, I'm going to take review A and review B and smush those two together, because fuck Spike Lee. I really can't stand him. I can't. I'm sorry, Jay. I don't know what the fuck you see in this dude. I cannot stand.
I mean, I would argue, like, in this time frame, who's a better black director? Who's a better black director until, like, the last maybe 7 years ago?
I'm not even dropping that. I'm saying just as a director, I'm not enthused with watching his movies. He's as subtle as a fucking hammer.
I don't think he's trying to be subtle.
Sometimes subtlety helps a little bit.
Sometimes it does, absolutely.
And that's fine. But I mean, it's not fine. It's not fine for me. I don't like it, and I don't like.
I'm the biggest Lee Daniels hater here. So no. I'm just saying.
Who's giving a review right now?
You know, whatever. You guys are talking over me. Go ahead. Go fuck yourself. No, go ahead.
But, I don't like how not subtle it is. Ever. Is he hitting on some really good, solid topics? Yes. Does he have shit to say? Yes. He's got a lot of messages he's trying to get across that should be gotten across. I'm fine with that. But I do not like the presentation. I would give it a 2.5 out of the presentation. The messages, as far as the messaging go, I would give it more stars than that for the messaging. Because there's a lot that he's covering here. A lot of very real, very ingrained issues in our culture that I really think it's good to speak to. And while they aren't the same as they aren't like looking at this movie, you definitely have to look at it for the time because shit's just not the same.
Oh no, definitely.
It's not the same. There's still these issues floating around, but it's definitely not the same thing. I mean, I have a hard time giving it one score.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so let's get right into it. So the movie opens with the main character played by Wesley Snipes, Flipper Purify. Dude, that name is amazing.
Amazing or stupid?
Well, I mean, look, his daddy's a preacher, you know. Reverend Purify. That sounds like a name you would hear at a Baptist church.
You know,
tell me it's not.
But why do you name him Flipper?
Who the fuck knows? He's black.
They named him after a dolphin and an alligator.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm sure there's some.
I was going to say, if they were,
I'm sure there's a reason.
if they were in Florida, I mean, it would make sense one thing, like sports teams or something. I don't know.
I'm sure there's some bullshit reason where, Flipper has to flip between roles, being the, good corporate guy as opposed to being down, and Gator is, always skulking about trying to eat. I don't know.
Nice try. This is as good as Terrence's discussion as to the lighting choice, the color choices in Belly.
I'm still right. I don't give a fuck what you say.
No, I think you are right. It doesn't make it any less ludicrous.
I think Terrence's explanation was a lot better than that.
It doesn't make any sense. But so
This movie doesn't make any goddamn sense. I still liked it, but okay.
So Flipper is a successful and happily married architect in Harlem, and the movie opens with him and his wife, Drew, played by Lonette McKee, having sex.
So I thought that this was the white girl.
Me too. They both.
Oh, is that right?
They look the same to me.
I thought that
Really?
this was the
Yes.
white girl.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
I did not know
This
that.
is the most uncomfortable kissing I've ever seen.
I agree with you. By the way, I was like,
they're licking each other's tongues.
I was like, can we move on? Like, just have sex. All
know what?
right.
And
Not
honestly,
porn kissing. I don't need that.
The first 5 minutes of this movie just creeped me out because that was just gross. Their sounds, I'm like, maybe those are real sounds somebody makes somewhere, but I don't need to hear it.
Don't wake the baby. But don't wake the baby.
No, the baby's in the other room like, yeah, I hear you every morning making those noises, Daddy. Oh, you're hurting, Mommy? I like the way you make noises in the morning, Daddy. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I agree. I found that to be very
It was
odd.
very strange. Like he's blowing her back out. The fucking windows open. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I'm like, so that's what we're doing here? Okay, we're just fucking in the morning.
Little
All right.
kid just smiling
Little
like,
kid grinning from ear
get
to
it,
ear.
Daddy.
Like, hand the pussy up, Daddy. Like, what's happening here?
And when she tells
I did not understand
when
that.
she tells him like how much she's glad to hear it every morning, he's just like, yeah, smiling, like, yep, okay.
Eat your oatmeal.
Yeah, I just found that to be extremely odd.
very
but
bizarre.
also, you have kids. Why would you purposely be loud, like so your kid can hear you having sex? It seems a little weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird guy. Maybe I'm weird. I was only 11 when this movie came out.
And honestly, that kid is too light skinned. Because I'm sorry, like Wesley Snipes' blackness would just take over that child.
Well, she's an
octoroon. I figured that.
You know what?
but she is.
You know what?
She is.
No, here's the thing.
She's a quadroon.
I've been tolerating you saying that shit at me for a while. This movie makes me hate it.
Dude,
This movie makes me hate that shit.
correct me if I'm wrong. Is there not a line in this movie where someone says, "Good afternoon, octoroon"?
Yes.
Dude, I burst out laughing. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was gonna say that to you when you got here today, but I forgot. I was in the middle of
Dude, I kind of really hate it now, especially because
man.
That shit had me
It
rolling.
doesn't apply to me.
doesn't it?
It just doesn't. I don't like. My family is all light skinned as shit.
Just go back a little.
Yeah,
Just
you
go back a
in
little.
that family tree.
And you know what? I've seen my mother's side of the DNA, and you know what it looks like? It looks like slaves' DNA because it just all
Somebody.
Well,
somebody don't look like
You know,
that. He's not on the family.
have you ever seen those DNA things and how they show you
That leaf
like?
fell off. No, continue. Like I'm just saying.
For those that watching, my finger is up. God damn!
I can't eat.
Have you ever seen how the DNA tests look when you get them
I've never taken a DNA.
Well, it's
No, I'm really black.
the heritage thing. But they send you a map, and there's like circles, like larger or smaller, for like the area that your DNA came from.
Yeah.
So my mother got one done, and I want to do one for myself, because I don't know what the hell's going on my father's side. But I looked at hers, and I'm like, "Yep, that's slave DNA." Because it was like European coast, African coast.
Like
That was it.
That's it. 100% strong dark lines.
It was like African coast. These motherfuckers raped you.
Yeah.
And that's what all it was.
I'm sure it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that interaction was weird. So then Flipper walks his daughter. He walks his daughter Ming. Okay.
Right. I'm like,
But
what?
it's short. It's short for something else. Like they say it at like close to the end of the movie. I forget what it is, but it's not an East Asian name.
Wow.
What?
I'm just humming. It's not a big deal. I'm not implying anything.
It's gonna be one of those episodes.
Oh yeah, it is. So anyway, Flipper walks his daughter to school. They have a really nice interaction, and I guess this is sort of to reaffirm like he's this good black father. You know, he's like this good guy.
And that she's listening every morning.
Yeah. So
Adorable, by the way.
no, she's an adorable little kid.
She's a good little child actor. I gotta give it to her.
She was.
The fucked up line she had to say.
So they get to work, or Flipper gets to work at this architectural firm he works at, and he comes to find out that his partner has been replaced by a new, or I guess his secretary has been replaced by a new person, even though he had requested an African American secretary. Instead, they hired this Italian woman. What is her name?
Angie is the character's name.
Angie is the character's name. Thank you.
It was at this point in the movie that I noticed that his high top is tight as shit.
This was his precursor for fucking New Jack City.
Can I just say, I love Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I do too.
I'll watch anything Wesley Snipes is in.
I feel
I
like
think he was really good in this.
I was gonna say like I thought he was legit.
Yeah, he
Now,
was.
according to IMDb trivia, Denzel Washington was considered to play Flipper.
That actually makes sense too. I mean, it's Spike Lee, of course.
Yeah.
I think he would have done a great job too.
And Marissa Tomei was originally cast for Angie, but she had to turn the role down because of scheduling conflicts.
Also, that would have been a good choice
Because of the blackness.
I mean, because she kind of,
Nah.
the woman who's playing Angie now kind of looks like Marissa Tomei.
Tomei. I mean, she's Italian as shit. So is Marissa Tomei.
Big, thick ass eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annabella Sciorra.
Sciorra, yeah.
Whatever.
Or as I called her in the preview episode, Sriracha.
Alabama Mario.
That is not right.
Okay.
Mario Brothers had a sister, guys.
So Flipper tells his partners, Jerry and Leslie, that he wanted this African American secretary, and they're basically like, we're only out to hire the quote best human being for the job, no matter the person's race.
Did he say that he wanted a black person? I thought
No, that's what Wesley Snipes said.
I missed that part. I thought he was just saying.
Specifically said, I'm tired of being the only African American person
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I specifically
You're
requested. Yeah.
You're right.
So then at this point, basically they're like, no, like what does it matter, And it's a poor argument, but okay. He's the only black person who works in the entire firm. Like you could hire maybe one other person. Yeah. By the way, Annabella Sciorra is a very attractive woman, and she still looks pretty great.
She looks better now.
She looks better now. I mean, look, the 90s was rough on everybody. Shoulder pads and terrible haircuts all around. So then we get Angie. You get to see more of her home life. She comes on as this temp or whatever, and she goes all the way out to Bensonhurst, which is clearly maybe the most Italian place on earth outside of fucking Sicily, which actually isn't in Italy. But anyway, it's super Italian. Everybody there is like a giant Italian stereotype, and she lives with her two brothers and her father, who treat her like a fucking maid. Also, fucking Christopher from The Sopranos is one of her brothers with a skeevy mustache. And he looks like he's about 14 years old.
Michael Imperioli.
Yeah, he's a good actor, though. I actually like him. He's a piece of shit in this movie, but he kind of always plays a piece of shit, which is really funny. And I don't know why an Italian would be a guy who's known for playing stereotypical Italian roles would be promoting tequila. I never understood that. But like,
very odd commercials.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, you know, you're not an actual gangster, right? Like, it's only a role you play.
You always get beat up. Right, in your roles. Everything you're in, you get the shit kicked out of you.
Not in those commercials. So then we meet Flipper's close friend, Cyrus, played by Spike Lee. Look, Spike Lee is not a good actor. He is terrible. And he shouldn't be in movies. He should just direct them.
Or not.
Or not, if that's your opinion.
There's, I
mean, come on. Do the right thing.
There's some really good Spike Lee movies.
There are. So they're hanging out, whatever. Flipper goes to see him. And Cyrus is also married to a very light-skinned woman who looks like a low-rent Halle Berry.
I thought that was Halle Berry.
I thought it was.
I thought that was Halle Berry, but I know Halle Berry plays a crackhead in this movie. So
that was like,
what the fuck happened?
Yeah, I thought you look good. What happened to you?
thought this was Halle Berry, and I was like, is that Halle Berry? Because it's not. And I was like, is that Halle Berry? I looked it up. I'm like, oh, she is in it. What the fuck? It's all that she was playing a crackhead trying to suck some dick later for 2 seconds.
I thought this was fake ass Halle Berry from Empire. Doesn't she look like?
She does look like the chick from Empire. But.
You know, the weird thing, Halle Berry's role in here is like 30 seconds long, but she still gets billed in the front, in the front credits.
It's her first movie,
and I'd argue this is one of her best roles.
Damn.
What? It is.
Come on.
This is how method Halle Berry is.
She did it really well.
According to IMDb trivia, Halle Berry.
What else?
Halle Berry refused to bathe for 2 weeks in preparation for her role as a crack addict.
Halle Berry, that's gross.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
And Veronica Webb played his wife.
Veronica Webb. Oh, she was like a big name back in the day. Damn, I haven't heard that name in a long time. No, she's a pretty lady.
Halle Berry was in this movie for 30 seconds. Why is she?
She's a method actor.
Like literally 30 seconds.
She was good.
And she wasn't bad in the movie.
I'm saying, it's one of her best fucking roles.
I don't know about that. But
Hold on, wait a
Name
second.
another one.
Wait, was she Gator's girlfriend?
Catwoman?
Yeah.
She was Gator's girlfriend? Because I didn't realize that was like I saw that was her at the end.
Yes.
I didn't realize she was Gator's girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was really good in this movie. I've always said that I've seen her parts in it. I've never seen the movie all the way through, but I've seen her parts. She's good.
So she's
Like,
so Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
No one has given me another movie yet.
So Sam Jackson's first impression.
I'm not disagreeing.
She's not that bad of an
No,
actor.
she's not that bad. I'm not saying like she was really good. In it.
Really? Really?
I mean, you've got
What's the one?
Losing
Losing Isaiah.
She was really good in
She
that.
was good in that.
She got that one where she fucked the dude.
She wasn't good in that.
No, she was not.
She was
They
not-
gave her
What movie was that?
the Monsters Ball.
Monsters.
Didn't she get an Oscar for that?
She did.
She did. They gave her and fucking Wesley.
Yeah, that was Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington.
That was the
same year.
Black Oscars year.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the one he got it for Glory?
No, that's the one he got it for
He
training.
got a
for playing a
supporting
nigga.
The only reason they gave those two, and I
fucked
emphasize gave those two,
Yeah.
is because it was the 40th anniversary of Sidney Poitier winning his Oscar.
You're
That was it. That was the
100%
only-
correct. Yeah, absolutely. They were like, Monsters Ball. I don't know. She
Right.
fucked Billy Bob
Thornton.
Like we got to give her something for that.
That's 2 movies.
But Sam Jackson's first impression of this girl was that you stink
still
the whole
waiting.
time we're filming.
What's that?
That's very.
Sam Jackson's first impression of this woman is you stink the whole time we're filming.
Yeah.
So the next time he sees her in a movie, like, ew, she stink.
Yeah.
Ew, she stink. Like every time he sees her, ew, she stink.
I don't think they've ever been in a movie after that together. So let's get back on track here. So what did you think? What did you guys think of Angie's family? Like that whole, and because she has a boyfriend, Paulie, played by John Turturro, who comes over to pick her up. By the way, I think John Turturro is one of the most underrated actors.
Oh, god damn it. The dolly shots here, too. What the fuck was I not looking at this thing for? Fuck.
Maybe that's why you didn't like it, because you weren't watching it.
I was working at the same time.
John Turturro is one of those actors where he'll put his all into his role, even in those god awful Transformers.
He's like one of the best things in those shitty fucking movies, even though his character's
He is like
ridiculous.
They make him do stupid shit, but he's
He's underrated, man.
into it.
He is an underrated
good.
actor.
His
his brother was in this too.
He's so good that he wrote much of his own lines, which Spike Lee incorporated into the script.
Good.
Yeah, no, I mean, here's another character that is a multifaceted character, right? Like he's kind of a pushover guy, but and he goes along to get along with his father, who he takes care of, and everything else. But he isn't just that, right? Like, he's got these aspirations of going to college. He has these, clearly he's digging on this black woman who comes into his store all the time. Like, he's
politically minded.
Yeah, he's politically minded. He is more than what you see up front, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think these characters have a level of depth. I think Turturro's character Paulie is the perfect example of that. So they go out. Paulie and Angie have been dating since high school, apparently, and then we sort of get our first interaction with Gator coming to see his parents, and he's basically he's a crackhead, and he's just trying to get money so that he can buy more crack. So he tells his mother some bullshit story about how he needs $100 for a job application. That he's already got the job, but he's got to give $100 so that he can get the job. And basically, he just dupes his poor old mother into giving him the money.
What's up with that haircut?
He's a crackhead.
Sam Jackson had just undergone treatment for drug addiction and had only 2 weeks from his discharge from rehab to start the filming.
Wow.
Jackson,
right?
Jackson.
Yeah, you didn't know he was like.
Yeah, he was a crackhead.
Yeah, he was legit.
Shit.
Oh, well.
Yes,
Jackson had gone on record as saying that Gator's ravaged look was not makeup, but actually the result of Jackson's own detoxification.
Wow.
So what's up with that haircut? I'm still gonna ask.
Crack. Yeah, like for real.
What was up with the fucking cuts in the back of the head? They were just weird looking.
He was probably living on the street. What the fuck?
People
like,
just,
that's why
just shave each other on the street for no good reason.
I guess. I mean, like, the thing is with him is I think I'm pretty sure he's still married. Like, he always talks about. I've seen a number of interviews with him. He always talks about like how much he loves his wife because his wife is the one who was like got him clean, and like dude is. He's been clean. I mean, what year does this come out? 1991? I mean, he's been clear. He's been clean for over 20 years at this point.
That's really. I mean, I didn't know that he had that problem at all.
Like serious addiction.
Wow.
He's a fucking junkie leading the Avengers.
So, wow.
Tyrone Biggums is leading the Avengers.
Oh shit, he does look like Tyrone Biggums in this movie. And it's amazing that
Joe Rogan.
It's amazing that he could step out of rehab and then take this role, and it's in like.
I mean, it wasn't like he had to act.
Right. This wasn't
but
method.
It's not like I'm amazed that he could do it and not slide backwards.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, look, you give him all the... Look, I think Samuel Jackson... I mean, everybody loves Samuel L. Jackson, and they're like, oh, he says motherfucker all the time. But Samuel L. Jackson is like a legit great actor. Like, he really is. I mean, I know there's some people who say like, oh, what's the... that black critic who said like Samuel L. Jackson was he's always cooning.
That contrarian dude?
Yeah. I forget his name.
It's not important.
No. But
fuck you, whatever your name is.
But he always talked about how, Samuel L. Jackson is always cooning and all that. I'm like,
what? When?
I mean, if you want to take like this role and say like, oh, look, he's cooning. Yeah, but that character is supposed to be that. Like, it's not like he does this when they're doing an interview and he's like, shucking in job, he's like, he's not doing that. So I never understood it. I feel like it was just jealousy. Because that guy never made it.
Crazy ass nigga.
I don't know what's funny about, this is an aside, but the Kingsman.
Yeah.
That was I feel like that was his most subdued role ever.
Yeah, that's probably, that and Red Violin probably, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a very under the radar movie.
It sounds like something that I would not watch. But
no.
It was really subdued, but at the same time outrageous.
Oh yeah. It was over the top.
It was very strange. Like he was actually really good in it.
Yeah, he pulled that off because he's a really good actor.
Yeah, he pulled off extremely eccentric but not screaming and yelling like
do I look like
his stereotype is.
Also, he had a list.
Y'all speak funny.
Yeah, he was playing. What's his name? Russell Simmons.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh shit!
All the fucking clothes he had.
Dressed like a goddamn teenager.
White on white on white on white.
He had purple on purple. White on. It was fucking funny. That movie was great. Anyway, I just wanted to
go see that movie.
It's good. So then we cut to scenes of Angie and Flipper working late. Like they bond over their love of food, and as most interracial relationships do, I guess. And so they start working late and eating all the time.
Is that how that works, guys?
This is another.
It is. That's how it works.
I don't know.
This is another.
No, but the funny thing is that is kind of how my wife and I bonded over like our love of food.
No one's surprised by that at all.
I'm bougie. Fuck y'all.
But this is one of the issues I have with this movie, in that it was just, look, montages. They like each other. I'm like, I guess.
I mean, would you rather have?
What do you want? 2 hours of them just sitting there?
No.
Would you rather have them
I didn't feel chemistry at all. I just felt two people hanging out.
Really?
Yep.
I felt chemistry.
Oh yeah,
particularly in these scenes. But
I didn't.
all right, well, Terrence brought it up. I was going to bring it up later, but this side of the table wants to keep our race pure.
Whoa, hold on. One of you is keeping the race pure. The other one ain't doing shit to help anybody. The other one being selfish as fuck.
The other one is fucking around.
Why do you think I'm tired? I'm just saying.
All right, you know what? All right.
sometimes you got to drop the diggle on them. By the way, I've been waiting to say that for the show.
So would you like to tell us about your interracial relationships and how they
Are they better or worse or what? I don't know.
they damn sure ain't better. They are the same. That's what women are. They're all the same. They're all pink on the inside.
Yeah.
Is what someone used to tell me.
Cups of yogurt.
All right.
So would you like to tell us about how you met and any tribulations that you have going forward in your interracial relationship?
You could start. Everyone thinks my wife's Puerto Rican anyway, so I get a pass. Go ahead.
My fiance is white as a driven fucking snow. So,
I would imagine that this only affects you in the summertime when you are black, as opposed to the wintertime.
I'm not even gonna get upset. People, I'm pale as fuck right now. I'm pale as fuck. I mean, like my color comes out in the summer, and I don't even have to be outside much. The melanin just like wakes the fuck up in the summertime. It's like,
it's like Superman.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
You just sit out in the sun and
I recharge my powers in the summertime. I can't even get mad, so whatever.
Started from the pale, now we're here.
So, all right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine.
Funny.
But we met. I was on my way home after buying a bunch of stuff because I was going to make a light box for my business, and she was on her way home from work because she had a real job, unlike my ass. And
classic interracial relationship.
And we both stopped at the Taco Bell that was near where we live. It was like actually like dead center in the middle of our two houses. So we just were happy to be there, standing in line. She's a chit chatter, and I didn't have my face in the phone because my hands were held full of bags. So we started talking for a while, and then I left with my food, and I went back and got her number, and
the rest is history. Huh?
The rest is pretty much. I mean, like we started. It was like going to be like just fucking around, but it didn't really. It just felt odd. I was still kind of a mess with my depression and shit. So we ended up being like just like best friends for like 6 months. And she was just waiting to see if I got my shit together, and I started getting my shit together. And
so there's no like Wesley Snipes, the actor, the person, has gone on record. I'm paraphrasing here. Black women ain't shit, and I'll never date them.
Are you serious?
He doesn't date black women.
I didn't know that.
I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it before I slander one of them.
Okay.
Black women ain't shit. Because I saw a thing.
It's not like you went out of your way to say, I'm going to date a white woman now.
No.
Okay.
That's just silly.
Just making sure.
That's just fucking silly.
That's what I did.
And I mean,
that's what I did.
I know. I'm
sorry,
not,
black women. Y'all ain't shit. I'm kidding. I'm
not gonna lie.
Do not clip that out.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of the women I've been with have been white, and
I've never been with a white.
It's not like I'm going out of my way saying fuck black bitches. It's just the way shit is happening. Yeah, and like no, no, fuck that. I love some. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna get real perverted in a second. Let me stop. The point is, no, it wasn't like I want to go after a white girl because fuck all these black bitches. No, it wasn't anything like that whatsoever.
Right. No, it's just you like who you like.
It just was, we talked and hit it off, and then we became really close friends, and it was one of those things where you're hanging out all the time and like, we're best friends. Like, no, you're fucking dating, idiots. So we just,
right.
went where it was supposed to go. And now it's, like, I think I said on the show before, where it's just, I ignore all the people that give us looks in public. I don't even see it anymore because it's not worth my time or stress.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've dated fucking everybody except for I've never dated an Asian woman, an East Asian woman.
I have. It's fun.
Oh yeah, no.
you know what wasn't fun? Her parents. Just saying.
Well,
why are you no doctor yet? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Respect women. Respect women. I love Fresh Off the Boat, dude. It's one of the fucking funniest shows on TV. Cattleman's Ranch. No, so I've dated black, I've dated white. The longest relationship before my wife was with a white woman. But I've dated octoroons, quadroons, black, Puerto Rican, all of that. Yeah, look, I like who I like, so go fuck yourself. If you have a problem with that, like my whole thing is, now I'm married to a woman who is not black, but who's also not white. So, like I said, people just mistake my wife for being Puerto Rican. They just assume, and black people are like, close enough. Yeah, they almost black. They just got dropped off on the island before they got here. But my wife is Indian, or she's half Indian, half white. But yeah, I mean, look, I for me, watching this scene of them sort of bonding over this montage, I don't know, I seem pretty reasonable to me. Like, I mean, you're working in close proximity with somebody, you're working late all the time. They clearly have an ease about them that felt fairly natural. It didn't feel like put on or anything like that.
Have you ever experienced any pushback from black people? And have you ever look, we talk about blackness and black issues a lot, and with the internet age where anybody can talk to you, have you ever had any pushback about how you can't really speak on issues specifically about black women because you are not dating a black woman? I've seen that before. The
only thing I've ever gotten was me making a comment about black women and their hair. My mom was like, "You need to shut the fuck up," basically. Only because I'm not a black woman, not because I'm married to someone.
That's funny.
Hilarious.
No, and I was like, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
See,
look, I have opinions on many things. I don't have to eat shit to know. I don't need to know what shit tastes like to have an opinion to not eat it. You know what I mean? But no, I've never gotten that kind of pushback. No, not ever. I mean, I think I would call people out if I did.
I've seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
How you gonna speak on it?
They're my hood ass family, but they're like
that one that looks like you who didn't make it. If you didn't make it, is one of the funniest things.
Like
of all time.
they are, like, oh, you ain't even is this the fucking, is this 20 years ago? Like, are you really still commenting on interracial relations? Like, what the fuck do you care?
See, I haven't
I
gotten,
agree.
You know what? I may have gotten people say that shit, but they're people that clearly aren't close to me, and I clearly don't give a fuck about, so I probably blew it off real quick. Because most people that know me know I don't give a fuck. Like, if you come at me with some stuff like that, I'm going to probably cut you off instantly and move on with my life. I just don't give a shit about people saying that kind of stuff. It's not, I don't have time for it in my fucking life. And my family is also very, 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 A, accepting, and B, so full of women that they will listen to my opinions about women, but I also know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I've learned that. I know how far I can go and when to walk the hell away.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think just because you're married to someone of any race, I don't think that excludes or precludes you, from having that conversation. I think that's silly. I don't know. I mean, I certainly got more of a pushback in general when I dated my ex than with my wife.
Yeah, because your wife looks ethnic. So.
Well, yeah, she's I mean, she is ethnic. So it's like, I mean, her dad is darker than I am. So
Your
how much
ex,
you gonna say?
Your ex was
She was a redhead.
She was a redhead. Like you can't get any whiter than a redhead.
Yeah, I went to the other side of the fucking earth to find the whitest person.
You turn a light on and they get sunburnt.
Yeah,
like
but the funny thing is, as dark as my father-in-law is, my mother-in-law is a redhead. Ironically, so it's just. I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. I mean, certainly my wife's parents never had an issue with our relationship. That would be ridiculous.
That would be pretty goddamn
But that happens. Like, yeah, I know we're interracial, but that's a different type of interracial. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? But that does happen. I mean, the only reason why her dad was accepted was because he was a doctor. Like, see, I'm serious. Like, if he was a janitor, I'm not so sure that shit would have been okay. But he's a heart surgeon.
Years ago.
Huh?
I can imagine.
They got married a year after it became legal on a federal level. Yeah. I mean, people forget about that shit. Like, that was the 60s, dude. Like, it wasn't that long ago. So, yeah. I mean, but he was a heart surgeon, so they were just like, come on in. You seem smart. And he is. So there you go. But
isn't that side of the family a little special?
A little. Hey, racist to the motherfucker. Man, listen. I have to hide them on Facebook because the shit they write, I'm just like, nope. Don't think so. Yeah, but it is what it is. But I don't know. I've never gotten that kind of pushback. I mean, there are a couple of scenes in this movie that I will say touch a nerve, but not necessarily like, wow, I experienced it exactly like that.
All
right. So from there, like we get this whole, this montage of them having dinner or whatever, and they're bonding. And so then comes the moment where they have a sort of a frank conversation about race. So here is that scene.
Color. How dark it is. How I love your color complexion. I mean, to me, I'm so white, I'm so pale. I get a little sun every now and then when I hang out at Jones Beach, but nothing like that.
I hate the beach. You're definitely not a mind reader. And I do admit I was looking at your skin.
Boy, it's amazing. This preoccupation with color. I mean, here you are staring at me, but my experiences, my people, I've been called every black dot, smut, midnight, spot, every black derogatory name that you could ever think of. And then white people comment all the time. They love it. Deep, dark tan.
Sorry. It's kind of messed up, huh?
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you think about that? Is she actually preoccupied with race, do you think?
I don't think so. And going on through this movie, she is the only character that I feel is sympathetic or will get my sympathy.
You know what? Yep.
Yeah, everyone else, everyone else does something that's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You know what? No, Paulie too.
Oh yeah,
and Paulie.
Yeah, I mean, Paulie gets your sympathy.
Paulie, those two. The two white people in Jungle Fever are the only ones that I care
In a Spike Lee movie.
In a Spike Lee movie.
That's actually kind of funny. Well, no, his wife I feel sorry for too, actually. Flipper's wife.
She does get fucked over for no good reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't do anything wrong.
Nothing.
I thought, because I hadn't seen this movie all the way through, for some reason, I'm like, is she like cheating on him or something like that? Like, are they going to give me a reason to not think Wesley Snipes is being kind of a piece of shit right now? Like, oh, well, she cheated on him, so, he goes after this woman.
When I fucking posted I'm like, is this nigga married? Because I was watching it. I'm sitting there watching, like, say she's gonna fuck this bitch in fucking at work? Just
that
sometimes you got
okay.
That bothered. That
look,
like,
sometimes you got to put in work at work.
like you said, like if this was made nowadays, that they would both be single, and I would much prefer if they were both single because then I would give a fuck about Wesley Snipes. But as it is, you're a fucking piece of trash.
Yeah, this dude literally just was like, I've never cheated on my wife before.
Hold up a second though. It's literally
Right.
He's like, I've never cheated, and she starts walking away. He's like, no, hold on a second. I didn't say I wasn't going to. I said I haven't. I'm willing to experience.
And the way he had conversations about it, he was like, "So I cheated on my wife for the first time." I'm like, "For the first time."
This is when I'm like, I don't understand what's happening right now.
Oh my god!
He's like, hey, homie, yeah, I just cheated on my wife. And did you have sex with her?
For the first one,
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Look, it's a pretty decent sex scene. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty decent. Not bad.
It was so
Midnight has.
It was so awkward,
fucking
though. Like,
weird.
It was very
like,
awkward.
that's one of the problems I had. I'm like, what? And I literally I was confused for like 5 minutes. That's why I'm like, I thought that was his wife, but it can't be because this nigga just was like, I'm just gonna fuck.
and you know what? In the line where he's
out of nowhere.
that line where he first says to her, like, "I never cheated on my wife before," because I was looking away for a second. I was like, I rewound it. I'm like, did they just kiss? No. Why the fuck what the fuck started this?
Because they both knew that was about to happen.
Oh my
Chinese
god!
food.
A well-known aphrodisiac. A well-known aphrodisiac. There's a billion people there. The food has something to do with
They
it.
passed the fuck out in the middle of fucking.
Hey.
And then, on the table,
falls asleep.
His legs are on the ground, and he's asleep on top of her.
Hey, when you bust a nut, where you bust a nut is where you bust a nut.
God damn!
Like, so he just not worried that someone might come in. I mean, I know it's late.
Somebody came in all right.
Yeah.
Thank you for
There you
that.
go. Rim shot.
But what's funny is, so the next day he takes his daughter to school, and he's so preoccupied by his thoughts about what happened the night before, he's not
He
talking
doesn't
to
say
her.
a goddamn word. He's like, "Why are you not talking, Daddy?"
And when he drops her off for school, he's like, yeah, beat it. Get the fuck out of here.
First time he does it, he hugs her, picks her up, gives her a kiss. Second time, he's like, all right, get out of here. Get out of here. You bother me.
That shit was hilarious.
Oh man.
So now,
weird, man.
So now we get a scene of, we really get to see Paulie as this sort of multi-layered character, or like you get to see more Paulie's life, which Paulie runs some sort of like convenience store type thing, which seemed like a 1950s malt shop. It's like, oh, would you like another?
Probably was.
Like, would you like another egg cream? I'm like, what year is it? It's 1991. It was just very strange. But so he's sitting around with all these. I would call these guys the Italian equivalent of do nothing niggas.
Except for low rent Louis Guzman here.
I would call these. You know how there are crabs in a barrel. We talk about black people and then they're pulling each other down.
Where's this going?
I would call these guys meatballs in a pot because all they do is just fucking sit there.
They don't do shit.
They sit there and stew.
This dude looks perfect. This dude looks Hispanic though.
But he's like super Italian. Like
He looks like Louis Guzman.
he
I
does.
thought it was like Hispanic Josh Brolin. Wow. I was like, what the fuck? This is a younger brother.
Well,
Older
I mean,
brother?
he makes the point of saying like, you know, my mother is really dark. Like she's dark Italian. So some Italians get pretty goddamn dark. Ironically, because a lot of them are really racist.
Apparently.
Dude, they go to work on some racial slurs in these scenes. God damn. And this little prick, whatever his name is, I don't care for his character
They're
too much.
brothers. That's his brother. Real life.
Oh, that's John Turturro's brother in real life.
The mouthy one?
Nicholas Turturro.
The mouthy one?
NYPD Blue, yeah.
That's right, because they were both on the show, right?
I don't know if John Turturro was on.
I thought, or they were in something. Maybe it was in a movie or something. But I know they've been in stuff together. But yeah, they so they're basically talking to him, talking to Paulie, and they're basically saying, like, listen, like black people ain't shit.
Right.
I mean, look, this is like a Jersey Shore reunion episode.
His brother put, honestly, the mouthy one, that was He was really good for being like, he was a little racist shit, but the acting was really good.
Yeah, those are some talented brothers.
Yeah.
The funniest, it wasn't funny, but he's talking about how there was one part where he was telling them a story about what was it, a mine or some factory that treated the blacks as equals.
Yeah, that's in the scene. Yeah.
Right. Are you going to play it or
No, I don't.
And he tells this story. And he goes, and they lynched the Italian people. Yeah. And it's like, good for them. They were fucking with them niggas, so they deserved it. I'm like, what?
That shit literally makes no goddamn sense.
It's like, I'm like, wait a minute. What just happened?
What? Racism.
That's what happens
like, I was
when
like,
you befriend blacks.
This movie...
No, but...
This movie was over the top.
No, but the thing is...
Lee Daniels level over the top.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yes.
But the thing is, I don't think that's a comment. I don't think that comment is unrealistic.
It probably isn't.
Yeah, it didn't faze me. I was like, fuck you.
I mean, look at Selma, right? They killed that woman. That was fucking in real life. The KKK killed that woman for giving black people a ride home.
Like the day after or some crazy shit.
No, that afternoon, that evening.
After that speech at the end, she was taking people home from that speech.
And they murdered her. So for them to be like, yeah, good, I don't care. Fucking,
they fucking good. They deserved it. I was like,
they are amazing Italian stereotypes.
I mean, it is ridiculous. Like jumpsuits, gold chains, greased hair. Old Italian. They might as well be eating fucking pizza and spaghetti and shit. That's the only way.
Like they were in that other Spike Lee movie.
Right. But I mean, the thing is, can you tell the level of derision Spike Lee has for the Italians in New York City?
Yeah.
Like, he hates them. When I say that, like I'm talking about, like Do the Right Thing with the pizza shop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Italian.
Who the fuck else owned them?
There's a joke in an episode of Family Guy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like the white people's dialogue in a Spike Lee film, and they're just fucking growling and going crazy.
The black dude is like, "Hey, can I get a slice of pizza?" And then the Italian guy's like,
It's so fucking funny because it's spot on.
Yeah, that's
like,
really
motherfuckers
true.
are crazy in this movie. I'm like,
Oh, shit.
Like they're on 100 through the entire movie.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
bring it down a little. I know you're racist, but good lord.
like, I understand getting work, in Hollywood, but if I was one of these Italian dudes, man, I don't care how liberal I was, I ain't doing that shit. I'm not prostituting myself so I can fit your warped vision of what my people are like. Get the fuck out of here.
Be fair. I grew up on Long Island. Long Island is divided. There's blacks.
The blacks.
And Hispanic. I mean, not Hispanic. There are a lot more Hispanic people now, but Italians. Like Jones Beach, like he said, is on Long Island. You don't see too many black people going on Jones Beach.
Really?
Like I literally grew up maybe 10 minutes away from Levittown.
Oh, yeah, we're the home of Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. But Levittown is the first suburb in the country.
Yes.
And they didn't allow blacks.
Yep.
So, yeah, I grew up in an area that like was literally segregated. I was bused to school as a kid.
God damn.
That's why I don't like white people. Moving on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah.
What other reason is there?
We have 54 other episodes. I don't know if you know. They're all still recorded.
That was the beginnings.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, I was gonna say, I was
like Batman Begins. Yeah, there you go.
Black Man Begins.
So that's a little bit about myself. Like I grew up with a bunch of race. Like I grew up with a lot of racism surrounding me.
Now I'm imagining your origin story like Batman, and you're sitting in a chair. How do I scare these white people? What do I do to strike fear in their hearts? Then a black guy crashes through your window. That's it.
And shows them a fucking diploma.
Yeah, exactly. Get an education, Negro. Like,
I haven't had a lot of positive
Get a
interactions.
job.
I'm just saying,
funny.
people.
Well, that's fair.
And I'm not even that fucking old, dude. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I'm starting to think you're old as shit right now.
Well, when you deal with
I'm not like you got like the oldest goddamn soul on this table right now.
Yeah, I thought I was an old soul. God damn.
Well, that's what happens when
like
you
you
grow up.
lived some shit. I grew up in fucking Pikesville.
You ain't lived nothing. You ain't lived nothing. And I lived around the corner from you. Me either. Sorry. I will readily admit that.
I live near Rosedale.
No. Again. No. You gonna be all right too. You just fine.
I'm just explaining to people why I am the way I am.
No, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Like if you grew up like rich and everything was great and fucking even, and you're like, fuck white people, like, why? That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, well.
But you get kicked in the face over and over again. You go, I don't appreciate the person wearing the boot. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I don't. I don't think that's.
Long Island's a weird place, man.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Oh shit.
Mikey, you going to say something?
I forgot. So moving on.
Oh, that's good. Thanks. So Flipper sits in with the two partners of his architectural firm, and
Doesn't one of those guys look like Rainn Wilson?
The tall one?
Yeah.
you know who the tall one is,
That's,
right? That's Tim Robbins.
He is like
Is that Tim
7
Robbins?
feet tall.
Yeah, he's huge.
You know what? I was
Jesus
like, that guy looks like Tim Robbins. Why didn't I think it was Tim Robbins?
Tim
I didn't know Tim Robbins was so tall.
Yeah, no, he's a pretty big guy.
Like I looked up because I was like, this motherfucker's tall as shit. So I looked up to see how tall Wesley Snipes was.
How tall is he?
He's like 5'10".
Yes.
Really?
Oh, I thought Wesley Snipes
I thought he was about 6 plus. No,
They can put that
Hollywood
nigga some
short,
boots.
like Tim
Always
Robbins
bet
looked like
on-
he was about 6'5".
Always bet on average.
There you go.
Oh
Tim
my
Robbins,
God.
6'5".
God damn. He's still shorter than Conan O'Brien. Who I think is 6'7".
No, 6. He's about 6'6".
He's like 6'40" or something like that.
Dude, he's huge.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien's a tall guy.
fucking
Like the thing
giant
is,
head.
you see Conan O'Brien up against all these short people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So he's probably like 6'4", 6'5".
Like, hey, Tom Cruise is going to be on your show. Don't stand up. For the love of God.
Sometimes being that damn tall, that's that terrible China twerking video when she stands up in her apartment. You can tell she has to duck under her door to get through it.
Man,
She's not even that tall. She's only like, she's not that.
Why is she in a Japanese apartment then?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't even care.
I don't know. I don't care.
Anyway, yeah, that's very short.
So basically, Wesley Snipes decides that because he's not getting he's not going to be made a partner because they're like, now's not the time, which is never the time.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I like he's as he's quitting, he's walking through the office and he's like, I created this, mine, like a little kid, mine.
I
I'd
created
do the
that
same
logo
shit.
you did.
Yeah. What's that?
I would do the same thing. He said he was with them since the beginning.
Oh
How
yeah.
is he not partner?
I would have done a fucking Jerry Maguire. Who's coming with me? And just flip the fuck out in the middle of that goddamn place. Good. But he decides to quit. And of course, Angie looks on as he's leaving because she's just a temp. And of course, she's going to still work there because she need a job. She ain't dumb. And then we cut to a scene of Wesley Snipes talking to his best friend Cyrus, played by Spike Lee, obviously. And they're talking about the fact that he did leave his job, and then they have a larger conversation. So here's that clip.
Why are we out here tonight? In this park, late at night?
What's the problem?
Why are we out here tonight, Flipper?
All right, you gotta promise me that you're not gonna tell anybody.
Who am I gonna tell? I don't say nothing to nobody. Nobody.
I nothing. You gotta promise me. I know you, Cyrus.
My lips are sealed. Come on, what happened?
I cheated on Drew for the first time.
You did that? When did this happen?
The other day.
Plan on doing it again?
Seriously.
Yeah? Thought you were gonna drop a bomb.
Well, she's white.
White! Man, are you on crack or something? You crazy.
She's Italian.
H-bomb.
From Bensonhurst.
Nuclear megaton bomb. I know you didn't bone her.
No.
I know you got better judgment than that.
Right, I
Good.
do. That's right, no.
Good.
My man.
Good.
That's right, I did it.
Glad you didn't bone her.
Nope. No.
You could have, but you didn't.
No.
She put it in your face, but you refused. Because you're
You're
a strong black man.
Strong black man who I threw on the table.
Oh, Flipper, you did. You boned her.
And I was...
You promised. Nuclear holocaust.
Hey, man, it just happened. I mean, it just...
Got a bad feeling about this one. bad feeling.
So what's so important? I mean, come on, I'm supposed to go out with Vinny tonight. What'd you get us down here for,
What's going on, Angie? You gonna finally have a wedding or what?
No, me and I don't know.
Yeah, but you're wearing that ring. I mean, come on.
Yeah, why do you look so happy?
This isn't about
She got that glow on her face,
I know,
right?
I know.
I'm not glowing.
Well, all right, so what is it?
What's going on?
All right. But you gotta swear. I mean, this is like swearing on a stack of Bibles, swearing on like a zillion rosary beads.
I swear on my great-grandmother, okay?
We swear. What?
I'm seeing somebody.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You two-timer?
Who are you seeing?
Oh,
Somebody from work.
that new job.
Yeah.
That was quick.
A very fancy place.
Yeah?
Yeah. So what's he look like? Who is this guy?
What's his name?
It's a weird name.
Try me.
Flipper.
Flipper? Flipper? What kind of name is Flipper?
I know. I told you. It's a weird name. Don't laugh.
And what is he, like blonde, blue-eyed surfer type?
Hey, dude.
Right? What is that?
It's black. What's the matter? Something wrong with your face?
Did it with a black guy?
Yeah.
If your father ever found out, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna.
No, of course not.
No.
Of course not.
No, not from us, he
But
won't.
I'm just saying, you know.
That's for sure.
Keep it quiet. I mean, you know, look at Gina.
Gina Hope.
She brought that guy into the neighborhood, that black guy. Look what they did to him.
Fucking talking about that Puerto Rican crackhead for.
Whatever. I mean, she brought him into the neighborhood, and they killed the guy. You better be careful.
I don't think she's stupid enough to bring him into the neighborhood, Denise.
But whatever. I'm just saying, you know, our lips are sealed.
Personally, I think it's pretty disgusting.
Damn, skank ass
Yeah, I think it's
bitch.
gross. I mean, how could...
Hey,
me, myself, personally, I mean, I could never.
but you're not sleeping with the guy. What do you care if she did it?
I just think she's a beautiful girl. She can have any guy she wants. Why does she have to go with a moolie? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean...
Hey, look, this is the 90s. There's nothing wrong with it, you know?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with them earrings, first of all.
Dude, what's up, 1990s? It was a hard time for everybody out there.
Can I just say that
I love that.
to Spike Lee's credit, he is very small, so maybe doing the hand motion is how he does bone a woman.
Giving her a jab to the face? Like,
No, like he has to put his whole arm in there because he's so little.
Ah.
That poor bastard.
So,
Like Jay, tell us about that.
so,
I wouldn't know. I have a penis.
so the
So Spike
That I
Lee
use
this.
it. I don't know.
so
That's his
the name of the movie is said in here when Spike Lee's character says something to the effect of, "You got the fever, the jungle fever."
They said it. And then the song starts up.
Roll credits. And I was like, this sounds so stupid. Like, where is the origin of jungle fever? So I looked it up.
Okay, I was gonna say I have no idea.
So I looked it up, and one definition that I found
I feel like
was
this is going to be really racist.
one definition I found
On
was
chimpout.com.
that jungle fever. That jungle fever is what they call things like malaria, you know, stuff that you get from like insects in the jungle and shit like
Sure,
that.
okay.
And that a white person is said to have jungle fever because they must be sick in order to want to date a black person or want to have sex with a black person.
Okay.
All right.
I thought they were just like excited, like you know, like I didn't think fever as far as sick, like fever. I got to have it.
I thought jungle like monkeys, and therefore I was offended.
Well, no, I think that's definitely
That's
a part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it. But yeah.
Look, I don't think there is a phrase. I don't think there's a phrase that is just generally more offensive than the term jungle fever. And I need Stevie Wonder to not sing about it. Okay.
That fucking song. I was listening to the lyrics. I'm like,
Oh my God.
What was it like? You got like.
I'm white girl.
I'm like how crazy. She's black guy
boy
hazy.
Yeah, I was like, no, Stevie, you don't even know what a black person and a white person looks like. What the fuck do you know?
They all black to Stevie.
They all black to Stevie. It's
he
just a
married?
stack. Yes,
does
and he has
know if
kids.
He's married to a white woman or what?
He can see that. Nigga can
Is
see.
he married to a white woman?
Yeah,
doesn't know.
everybody knows this. That's the truth of it all is that Stevie Wonder is actually not blind. That's a fact.
Catching shit on camera.
Yeah, come on. Stevie Wonder can see. It's a large conspiracy.
These two sequences.
So
Why the fuck would you tell?
look, I'm gonna get there because look, don't tell me you cheated on your wife. I'm gonna rat you out. Sorry.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I would rat you out. If you told me you cheated on your fiance, I would rat you out. Absolutely.
And I would do the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't play that shit, man.
I ain't telling y'all niggas nothing.
Don't. I will call. I will fucking send a Facebook message to your girlfriend and like, listen.
That's the one trigger. Man.
I know he's light, but you still can't trust him. He ain't white. You can't trust him. He's untrustworthy.
That's the one thing. That's my one trigger, man.
Yeah, no, I would rat you out.
If you say that you are look, if you have come to a consensus and that you are going to date outside of whatever relationship, all right, whatever.
Yeah, if it's open, that's on you.
But if you promise to fucking stay and then you break that shit, fuck you, yo.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Don't betray her.
You're right.
No, and it's like, some guys are like, I'm gonna say nothing. I'm. A lot of people. A lot of people have that.
For the first time.
Yeah, for the first. Yeah, that line.
Cheated on her for the first.
You cheated on her? I thought you were gonna drop a bomb on me. Like, wait.
Is that? I mean, is that a statement on like a lot of guys cheat, a lot of black guys cheat? I don't know. Like they didn't give enough for me to think it's one way or the other. I just thought it was an odd line.
Right. He wasn't offended that he cheated. She's offended that she was white. Like,
yeah, like,
it'd been all right
white?
if you'd have cheated with another black woman.
Right.
You got the fever. But I mean that goes to a larger point though. Like, no, look, don't put me in the middle of your crazy. You tell me I have enough respect for your fiance. If you told me that shit, I'd be like, no. I'm ratting you out. I would tell you that. I'd be like, don't finish that statement. Don't finish that statement.
Like, don't tell me shit.
Don't tell me shit, dude.
Like, hold on. All right, we on speakerphone.
No, just go ahead. Like, look, you better tell her or I'm gonna tell her. And people like to kill the messenger, so if you could go ahead and make that known to your fiance, that'd be great. But right after this moment of cheating, we get a scene of Samuel L. Jackson. Look, Samuel L. Jackson has got some great fucking moments in this movie, and this is certainly one of them. So here we go.
I'm a little light right now. Could you let me hold some change?
No, Gator, no. That dancing shit ain't gonna work. I ain't giving you a red cent.
What? Come on, you could do me this one solid. What? Would you rather I go out and rob some elderly person? Steal? Well, either way, I'm gonna get high. I really hate having to resort to knocking elderly people in the head for their money. But I'll do it. I'll do it. You know I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, you know I'll do it. I like getting high. I'm a crackhead. Ow. I like to get high. I'm a crackhead. My brother. Yeah. Yo, Bill.
We're not doing this anymore.
Come on, let's go.
And that's Holly Berry.
That's it, Gator. That's it.
I'm swinging.
Dude, that shit is funny.
I do it.
It is. It really is, because every other role she's like really subdued and kind of mousy. Like she's like, I've been out here sucking dicks for this motherfucker. Like, oh shit.
You know what though?
She's not fucking around.
Roll, man.
You know what though? He knowing that he was a crackhead and watching him dance around saying I'm a crackhead, I'm like
he's that's probably his real dance.
Yeah, that shit was funny, dude. I know I do it. Someone said when we announced that we were doing this movie, they were like, I don't care what scene you cut out. You better cut out that scene of him stinging. I like getting high. You're welcome. When I saw it, I was like, well, that's getting clipped out. Like, that shit's just funny. Like, look, sometimes crackheads are hilarious.
I'm a crackhead.
That shit had me rolling. So from there we have what's up?
It's something else. Well, keep going. Keep going.
So at this point we see Flipper and Angie. They're in a restaurant in Harlem. Nigga, you'd have made all kinds of mistakes. For real. And they're not getting served. And of course, the waitress is Queen Latifah, which was great. I was going to clip this out, but look, it's pretty easy to explain. they basically get kept waiting for 30 minutes, and Queen Latifah's like, you shouldn't bring her up in here and all this other shit. Who has that kind of
white bitch? I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Who has those kind of balls to say shit like that? But again,
Sylvia's, man. Get that.
Oh, is that where they are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You took her to the blackest restaurant in New York City. God damn. But it is really funny. Like, I know the movie's over the top, and I think that's on purpose, right? I mean, if you look at this is the early 90s, while there were, people obviously dating outside their race, to this level, it was still like, ooh, this is like a big deal, So, he's pushing the boundaries to make it extreme, so that you absolutely get the message. I get that. But, Queen Latifah should be fired. Immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but she was like, I'll go get my manager. Sure. The manager's back there.
I'd be like, you're
okay.
fired.
No, the manager agreed, so.
No, they never show it. She just walks away.
That wasn't her talking to the manager back in back?
No, she just walks away, and that's the end of the scene.
She walks away.
She's talking to somebody.
Was she? I don't know.
No, I just looked at the scene, dude. Like, she goes, I'm gonna go get my manager, and she walks up to get the manager, and that's the end of the scene.
Cut.
They just cut.
Then they cut, and then there was two women. Like, that's a white woman. I'm like,
I thought it was her and the manager.
He is white.
Yeah, like, but again, what is the occupation with caring who someone else is sleeping with? I will never understand that.
Because you are a traitor to your race. Because
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I think it boils down to,
Traitor to what race, by the way?
You think you're better. Like, what's wrong? It's people projecting things, and
it's self-projection. Yes.
Like, why are you with this white woman when there are beautiful black women with jobs, much like myself, that
I have, and I understand you're playing devil's advocate or whatever. Yeah, like I get that, but like I never understood that argument from the simple perspective of, okay, when I was single, I didn't have 100 black women like, oh, he's a black man, I'm gonna knocking down the door. Like, that didn't happen.
Nope.
I still had to like go and talk to people like, oh, you're a beautiful black man. Let me jump on. Like, that didn't happen. So why does it matter? Like, were you gonna fuck me? No? Then shut the fuck up. What do you care? This person is, so move on. It is kind of funny. It's just not a thing I've ever understood. But some people are really, even to this day, some people are really obsessed with it. But I'll never understand it. I just won't. I believe in dating people who you have stuff in common, and race is not necessarily the only thing you have in common with somebody. And look, there are plenty of people I have more in common with that are not my race. I don't have much in common with fucking people in the straight up hood. I don't. Sorry. I go to work every day, and I date who's in my sphere of influence.
This uppity nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I go to work. I don't have anything in common with you hood niggas.
If you're listening to this right now, you better be at work, or at least own an iPod that you paid for with legal tender, that you didn't sell drugs to get it. But you know what I mean? Like, I find that to be, it's just a weird thing. So Flipper heads home, and on his way home, he hears all this screaming and shit, and he comes to see his wife Drew throwing all his shit out on the curb, and it is glorious. And she should have. It was wonderful. Because, of course, she found out he was cheating. Because you're always going to get caught. You're always going to get caught.
You fucking dummy.
You dumbass.
If you say something, guess what? It's out there now. Like, what?
Yeah. You still had sex with somebody else. Someone is going to find out. Mm-hmm. And like, he took her to Sylvia's in Harlem. There's a lot of black people. Look, it's not that many of us. Somebody that knows you or knows someone that knows you is going to see you. You don't take your side chick out. Take it to a movie where it's dark. Can't see you. Sit one seat apart. Come on, everybody.
She knows what's up.
I do not.
I don't believe it.
Cheating is not acceptable to me. That would garner a level of self-hatred that I cannot explain to you. But so
like,
there's
he was retarded. Like none of this made sense.
I don't know how you think you weren't going to get
tell
caught.
your best friend who's married, and I'm pretty sure he speaks with his wife.
And also,
because that's how she finds out.
I'm sure,
and he's a blabbermouth.
Wife. He's Spike Lee, so he does.
I don't even think he's being a blabbermouth.
Well, no, they start off the conversation saying, "I know you. You can't keep your mouth shut."
Then why would you tell him?
He's retarded.
I know you can't keep a secret. Here's a secret.
I cheated on my wife. Don't tell anyone.
No.
Okay.
Look, if I was a piece of shit,
take my side piece to dinner
in public,
a bunch of black people, like 5 minutes away from my house. Why not?
She'll never fuck.
This nigga's dumb.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
Oh no, he deserved everything he got.
Like he's a smart dumb nigga.
So, Jay, please tell us about this book you're going to write called "If I Was a Piece of Shit."
Yeah, the fucking O.J. Simpson's book of cheating. If I did it, I'm not saying I did, but I stabbed that bitch 7 times. Like, yeah.
If I was going to cheat, I'd take it to the theater and sit in the back.
Yeah. Well, no, the reason why I say that is because I have a friend at work. He was talking about like this one movie theater, and a mutual friend of ours calls it the side piece theater because no one goes there. And he was like, yeah, that's like where you would take a side piece because there's no one around. It's like, oh, you go to the side piece theater? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, this dude, he wasn't like, okay.
No, he wasn't thinking at all.
Only time he's going to cheat because he's terrible at it.
Yep. So then we get a scene of Drew and her girlfriend sitting around after, you know, they're sort of debriefing after they find out.
Some scene, she is super light.
Who? His wife?
Oh, Drew? Yeah. Well, she's half white.
I thought she was white from the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, at least character-wise, she's half white.
Just like Halle Berry right here.
Yeah. I thought that was Halle Berry, period.
Like, that's
full
ridiculous.
stop.
Oh, the other woman in the scene? Oh, Veronica Webb? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They could be sisters.
They could be.
Like twin sisters.
So Drew and her girlfriends are having a conversation after they find out that Flipper had been cheating on Drew. So this is a little long, but I think it is wholly necessary. So here we go.
She ain't nothing but a low-class, white trash. She probably didn't even finish high school.
Girl, you know that's the truth.
That's what he left me for.
See, I always thought Flipper was the ideal husband, girl. You can never tell. They are all dogs. I promise you, they're all dogs.
Every last
You know
one.
what? We're gonna have to start dating white men.
Stop it,
No,
Joe.
I'm not. No, it's true. I'm not dating no white
It ain't
man.
no good black men out there.
Yes, there are, Nilda.
Most of them was drug addicts, in jail, homos. The good ones know they this shit. So they got 10 women at a time, leaving babies all over the place.
My marriage is wrecked. It's fucked up. The man is gone. He's fucking some white bitch, and I still believe there's good black men out there.
Where? And the options? What are the options? You know what the options are? Be gay. Or see somebody who likes you no matter what, Chinese, black, white, or whatever.
Wrong, Nilda. You're wrong as the day is long. They're out there. The problem is we're looking in the wrong places. We're looking someplace, I don't know where we're looking, but we're not looking at bus drivers or truck drivers or garbage men, and a lot of them are doing that. And we just won't give them the time of day. But they're good men.
How many men do you know, black men, who can effectively deal with a mate who has more education and makes more money? Not many. They freaking, y'all know I'm telling the truth.
I know, girl.
No, the fact remains is that we are losing our men. That's the bottom line.
A lot of this doesn't really so much have to do with the black men. I know it does, and I know we want to blame them, and it is their blame. But part of it is that these white bitches throw themselves at black men. Do you see the way they look at them? You can't walk down the street with your man without 29,000 white bitches coming on to them, and they will give up the pussy because their fathers tried to keep it from them all their lives. When they turn 18 and they leave home, they're gonna get that black dick. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. And it can be yours, or mine, and they want it. And they're getting it.
Deal with the black man for a minute.
Oh, Inez.
There's a lot of self-hate going on when he can't deal with his sister.
Yeah, but Inez, how would you know? You won't deal with a black man. How would you know?
Oh, no. I do date black men, but I also date Chinese, Latino, Jewish, the full spectrum.
That's not really a consolation for this particular
well, it's not
argument that we're
supposed to be.
having.
All I'm saying is I know you think I should date black men, but I'm going to date who I like. Give me a man, regardless of the color of his skin, who is nice to me, who is sweet to me, and who I strongly believe loves me.
It's not about me. Inez, I am not the rainbow fucking kind.
Yes, you are the reading rainbow. We know. Oh, yes, about you. Drew, if it'll make you happy, honey, I will make a pilgrimage to Africa, the motherland, and find myself a true tribesman.
A true Asiatic black man.
With a dick down to his knees to keep me happy for days.
Zulu dick.
That's right, girl. Give me some serious Zulu dick in the bush.
Nasty. Do any of you know what it is like not being thought of as attractive?
I can't believe you ever believed that.
Drew, it's the kind of shit you buy into, okay? I was always the darkest one in my class, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
God.
All the guys ran after the light-skinned girls with long, straight hair, and that left me out. And it's that same kind of thinking that leaves us out when it comes to white women. Now, back in the day, brothers would get sisters that looked like you, Drew, and you, Vera, you know? But now, light skin ain't even good enough. Today, brothers are going for the gusto. I mean, the real McCoy. That's why Flipper's gone.
Rob.
White girls got it made.
The whole thing, everything that we've been doing, and everything in the society, we just keep on doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yes.
Keep on telling ourselves, negating ourselves, our own value. Look at the brothers who are successful. Look at them. Most of the brothers who have made it got white women on their arms. Okay? In order to go up that little ladder to success, seems like you got to have Miss Thing on your arm. Their responsibility level isn't the same as ours.
It's not a question of responsibility, it's just a fundamental disrespect.
Disrespect
for
of women.
women.
I mean, I don't care the best man. It's hard for him to say no. Some pussy stand him in the face. I'm sorry. I don't know the man that's been born that's gonna say no to you. Look around here. Ain't nobody looking. He gonna fuck the pussy. I'm sorry.
Okay?
If you're in a committed relationship, then you are supposed to be able to say no. It's the art of no theory for me.
Yes.
Okay? If you know that you're involved with this person, you have no business. And I know that there's such thing as, I mean, you're gonna get turned on and all that. You're gonna see somebody you wanna fuck, but your mind's supposed to tell you, I have a committed relationship here. Right. I have a wife. I have whatever. And tell the dick to shut the fuck up. Tell the dick to get down. Strap that motherfucker down. You have to.
I'm serious. You know something, though? It don't even matter what color she is. My man is gone.
All right, so look, I said this offline to these guys. That scene is more respectful to showing the depths of women and their intelligence and how they see the world than the entirety of Waiting to Exhale. That scene alone.
Yep.
Everyone in that scene actually has a level of like, well, at this point they're like making actual points instead of just like four dummies sitting around just like, let the world happen to you. I don't know.
Except for the one woman who really just isn't attractive at all.
Well, she's not, but she makes it. It wasn't because you're dark skinned, sweetheart. Sorry, it's the whole face region. Anyway, that's fine. Whatever. Look, I'm sure she's a lovely person. Anyway, but maybe I don't know. She could be terrible. But look, well, it is. There are some things I want to talk about in that scene because I think they're pretty important. Obviously, the point of black women not looking at certain black men because they are like garbage men or something like that. Sorry, black women. Shit's true.
Yep.
That shit is true.
Sure is.
It is. I'm sorry. It is.
When
we are as a culture, and I'm not and look, I'm not saying all or even the majority, but we as a culture have a serious problem with like the baller fucking lifestyle. Like we are obsessed with that shit. We're obsessed with it.
Some of one of my fiance's friends is single, and so she's going on all these dates and stuff, and she tells us about them. I love hearing dating stories.
Oh, love it.
And she tells us these stories, and the first words that are usually out of my fiance's mouth are, "What does he do, and what does he look like?"
Yeah.
And
for guys, it's what does she look like?
What does she look like? Right.
Because we don't give a shit.
Right.
You're a cashier.
But the other side of that, what does she do argument? What does he do argument? A woman, a person doesn't want to necessarily be in a relationship with someone who isn't going to be there to provide something.
Absolutely, I agree.
You gotta
bring something to the table.
You gotta bring something, man. Like now, the problem comes to where you say, like you said, if the guy's a garbage man, which hello, that's what you need, a garbage man, because they get paid a lot of fucking money because they do shit that no one else wants to do.
Yeah, they actually do make it. Look, so, I ain't doing that job.
Right, I ain't picking up somebody else's fucking garbage.
Or a bus driver, which my father was a bus driver. Piece of shit that he is, he made some fucking money.
Yeah,
right.
But it's a good job.
Right. Bus drivers in New York make like $80,000 a year.
Really?
Like $75,000 to $80,000.
But they gotta deal with some shit.
Yeah, but
sometimes you gotta uppercut a woman right off of a bus.
God damn.
I think that was in Chicago.
That was funny. Well, Micah, to your point, a lot of this is like the media's fault. When all these wrong, like these romantic movies that you see, like you see a woman who's a cashier, or the woman always has some piece of shit garbage job, and the dude always comes dressed in some fucking suit and being amazing and awesome and shit. Yeah. And that, like, it's the media saying, oh, you got to look for this amazing thing, regardless of whatever the fuck you're doing. What you're doing doesn't matter. He has to be top dog, amazing shit.
Right. I mean, I think you're right that it is a media thing, but I also think it's an antiquated view of the world from like the 1950s, right? Like, men are the providers.
Yeah, the men are providers, period.
That's it. Like, you can't have equal rights and you still, you ballin' and I still have to like make more than you. Like, what is that? Like, I don't understand it. But like, they have this sort of mentality, which is kind of interesting. But look, I mean, my experience is, I have certainly experienced the whole notion, like the car I used to drive before I got my new car. It's like, oh, it just drives like a Volkswagen or whatever, which was not indicative of how much money I make or anything like that. It was a car I bought for a very specific reason or whatever. And I remember having people like, oh, he only drives that. Like, I know of people who have said that.
Right.
Yeah. But you don't know anything about me. Like, that sort of like, you need to be driving a big car, you need to be in a big truck, all that shit, like all of the outside shit that doesn't, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. Those things have become more popular in our community. I can't speak for other communities, I can speak for ours. And it certainly has become this thing, and it's a real problem. I really think so. I mean, look how much we glorify, like almost every black show, every black reality show is rich housewives of something, rich ex-wives of some rappers or basketball players, all that shit, all of it. We are obsessed with it. Because we don't have it. We don't have, as a community, we don't have that level of wealth. We're obsessed with it.
I'll say when I was dating for a while, after I stopped working at fucking GameStop, and I was doing my own thing and running my own business and paying my own goddamn bills by working out of my house and doing what I need to do, I would see girls and they very interested in me, explain what I do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what? I'm making my goddamn money.
That's not to say that you're some sort of gold digger if you want that lavish life. Like,
no, I don't think that says it at all.
Everybody fucking wants that shit.
I'm just saying.
Do I want to be rich?
But don't base
your decisions on somebody's paycheck. You know,
that's shitty.
I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the fuck?
Thank you. I was gassed.
Ooh, boo, boo.
That part always ruins the song for me. It's a great song, though. Don't ever do that again. But no, but I think
Caroline. She's the reason for the word bitch. Which? All right.
All right. No, but I think this scene matters. I mean, I think there's the other scene about, like, you know, black men, you know, I mean, that was like a common line of, like, black men who become successful end up marrying, you know, white women. Especially that was a big thing in sports, like in the NBA. Like, oh, we made it. Time to get a white woman.
Was a big thing.
I mean, right. No, right, that's fair. But I mean, do you think that is like still persistent?
Women. Yeah, like isn't Iggy Azalea married to like some ball player?
I don't know.
I know. He looks like a man.
Yeah.
Like you trying to tell
she looks like one of the Wayans brothers from White Chicks.
Right. Like you couldn't find.
She does.
But you know.
Wait, didn't she dress up as one of them for Halloween?
I think you just saw a regular picture of her.
No, like she saw somebody making that comment about her. And then
what would she have to be funny? Dress up?
To be funny, she like put like the stupid gloves on and
I feel
so
like
she got dressed.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the easiest outfit. We'll look
I
at
want to
it.
look for it anyway.
What the fuck?
That's funny.
But yeah, it's still prevalent. And who's to say? And look, we're being assholes, but who's to say that
you don't fall in love with that person,
right? Like,
Tay Diggs was married to.
Idina Menzel.
John
Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
Motherfucker's a creepy son of a bitch, man.
Those pictures of him like kissing Scarlett Johansson, she's just like
get the fuck off.
No, stop touching me. But yeah, I mean, he's married. I mean, I think they just got divorced because interracial relationships never last. There's a lesson for you. But
how much longer do you have?
6-7 years. Oh damn, she fucking did.
Oh,
it's really not that different.
Right, I don't know which one is which.
I don't know either.
Iggy Azalea's the one on the left. But
okay.
she doesn't really look that different.
Really doesn't.
Sorry, she is a hideous human being. Anyway, I think it's important. I think that speech was very important. I think the line that Veronica Webb has, where she says like, black men, like it's a disrespect to black women to date outside your race. How?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
I found that
like it's I've heard that line like it's a disrespect to your mother.
Like my mother's a woman. She's black, but I mean,
my mother loves my fiance. Shit.
My mother and my wife are so fucking similar. It's disturbing. But they're not the same race. Who cares?
You want to know what's funny? I feel like if I decided to marry a white woman, my mother might have reservations.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Now
see that shit right now.
No, but now okay, that goes to a good conversation I think we need to have. Where is the line between
she white?
There lies. That's the line. That's the line. No, but
she's white, huh?
I got a new girlfriend. What's her name? Blake. Really? Blake? Really? No. She black? Well, get out of my sight. Rid yourself of my sight. No, but what I was gonna say is, where is the line between not dating somebody or purposely not being open to dating somebody because of cultural expectations versus what you want? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that affects you?
Yeah.
Like, if your parents are like, you better not bring no white boy in here, or white woman in here.
I better not bring no white. Do you want them to spontaneously combust?
Like, wait, you're gay? Yes. And he's white. We were okay with one, not both.
One or the other.
Yeah, you get 1 out of 2 at best. That's hilarious. No, but like,
hold on, because this is funny. Because my fiance is bi, and her previous relationship was with a woman, and she had to come out to her family. So she breaks up with the woman and starts dating a black guy.
Like, you wanted a man. Like, he's light skinned. That's close.
1 step forward, 2 steps back. God damn.
I imagine that's exactly what her father said. Like, go back to cocking this shotgun.
To answer the question, ultimately, I don't think they would have a problem with it, but I think that my folks, as caring and understanding as they are, I think my dad might be taken aback a little bit, but I don't think he would ultimately have a problem with it. My dad is my dad has no filter, so he's like, yeah, she white. Like, that would be the first thing to describe the white girl. You know what I mean?
What do you say to her face?
He might slip up. He would try not to, but he would actively try not to, and you would know that he's
it's very white to meet you.
Like, he would act, but he would be thinking about it, and he would be thinking about it too
turning
hard.
in his head like,
right, he would be thinking about it too hard. And
We're having dinner tonight. Got rice. Which one? White or brown?
right. So
we only got brown in this goddamn house.
white wine and red. What would you rather? Let me guess.
Right, it would be like so.
You pour everyone else red wine and her white wine.
Right.
I figured this is what you want.
So you like sports? You like tennis? You know, like
golf.
Right.
You like hockey?
Hockey? Are you big curling fan? I see.
Curling.
It would be stuff like that where it was.
That's
really I love my dad to death.
No, but the question is, do you think that their views? And I don't know what your parents' views are, but like the culture's views.
They're not bigots.
Right, no, I know your parents aren't bigots. I know them. But like, do you think, like that generation, let's say, their view on, interracial relationships, they didn't grow up where that was as common as we are. Do you think that affects you when you go out and look for somebody?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
it affects me.
Yeah,
I think it does affect me a little bit. Like I haven't gone out of my way to seek back when I was single, the closest I did to seek someone out of my race was I looked at an interracial dating website. Like there are plenty of them. I was like, maybe I need a fucking change. I had 2 or 3 failed relationships with black women. I was like, well, maybe I need a change.
Hey, look, I had somebody hit on me. She was quite attractive. I talked about it on the last episode of Airing Grievances. That was on blackpeoplemeet.com.
Name sounds gross.
So,
that last word is not spelled the way you think.
I don't.
Where is it?
There was a point where I was like, well, maybe I need a change, but I didn't care enough to actively pursue it because you like who you like, and like with my parents, they didn't like my ex because.
Is that right?
Who was black? They didn't like her like they like my fiance.
Right.
But
neither do I.
They want me to. They wanted me to. They wanted me to be happy, and they were worried about my. They were worried about my emotions first of all. Like that was the more. Right.
What's that?
We're talking about the same person, right?
Yeah.
It was over the twofer.
Yeah. Like that was the one. That was the one where they were like, and she was black, and they didn't really like her because they thought that she didn't like me, and it turns out that they were right. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
Didn't care for her.
It wouldn't affect my choices in a mate.
Did you ever meet the other one?
Yeah.
What, his fiance?
No, not
Or his former fiance?
His ex.
Yes.
The friend.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's met the friend before. I think he's met the friend before.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The friend.
Before that. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
All right. Anyway.
They were never not with it was very strange.
Yeah, they were inseparable.
Wait a second.
Literally.
That person. You ever met that person?
Yes. Wah, wah, wah,
Look. They're all nice people. They're all very nice
Lovely people.
They're all very lovely people.
Anyway,
I was saying,
if you say so.
like with the whole how the family and parents would act. Like I said, my whole family is light skinned, so we always got shit on by everybody anyway. So it wasn't really growing up. It wasn't really a thing of seeing other races as terribly different because I already felt different.
Right.
So it wasn't a thing. Like other races, I never felt not attracted to any particular race. It was never a thing. My parents never. Well, my father was a shitbag. He kind of sort of cared, but fuck him. Everybody that mattered didn't really give a shit. They would just judge on who they were and how they behaved and how they interacted with the rest of my family.
Dude, my dad is racist as shit. He hates white people. I think he might secretly be Terrence's father.
God damn.
I mean, he is not a fan of white people, dude.
My biological father, he ended up marrying an Italian woman.
Oh.
For a while. They're not with each other anymore.
Of course. They don't work out.
Was he the inspiration for this?
Maybe. I don't know.
Was his name something stupid like Flipper?
2 kids.
Slapper.
With
Echo.
This is my son. Echo.
Got 2 kids. I still need to meet my sister. I have had like
what your sister? Meet. Meat.
Because I heard
Shut up.
It sounded like a bee, and I was like, you didn't say
all of my siblings are half siblings. I don't have any.
Same here.
Like,
You sure are black. It's funny, because so are mine. How about that?
Same here.
God damn it, black fathers. What the fuck? Stick around for a minute.
You know what's funny? My father's light skinned. My sister's father is also light skinned. It's just. It's all stuck together.
Y'all keeping that coalition alive.
Yep, I told you, but nobody want to listen.
my sister.
I'll be sure. Oh, okay.
How old is your sister? Before I say anything.
Yeah, how many
23.
Oh, yeah, it kind of is, dude. That's so funny. That was like the creepiest way you could have possibly said. She's 14.
I have a fucked up story.
You're on the show, man.
I am on the show.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's fucked up. Okay, in 2009, like I got a message on Facebook, and I got a picture. I got a picture of her, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I found you!" I didn't read. I was like, "God damn, she fine as shit." And I got the message. It's like, "Oh, I can't believe I found you." I'm, who the fuck is this? Like, I just saw the picture first, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm your little sister." I'm like,
"You sure?"
Okay, well,
that's unfortunate.
Fuck.
It was very strange. So I was like, "Oh,
Terrence Trolley family reunions for dates."
Oh God,
it was very like you can imagine how awkward that shit was.
Yeah, it's super awkward. Absolutely.
I was like, she lives in Florida. I'm like, you got to get out of Florida.
Yeah, what part of Florida? Like the east coast of Florida?
I don't know. Where is
Is it Kill a Nigga, Florida, or is it like Miami?
If it's the east coast or the deep like
Trinity, Florida.
That sounds close to like Mississippi.
Yeah,
that's
like
on the Alabama
side.
side.
Like church shit.
That's the Alabama side. I guarantee
You
it.
know what also was a Trinity?
Oh, that's
3 Ks.
That's the wrong
Pasco
side
County.
of-
Yeah, you on the wrong side of Florida,
You on the
Jack.
wrong side of Florida. All right, no shit.
Don't go down there and visit. So, all right. So we have another clip. This is Flipper goes to see Drew at her job, where she is a personal shopper at Bloomingdale's. And so he tries to go win her back. This doesn't work out.
Baby, I know you're upset, but...
Well, I guess I just wasn't light enough for you, was I, Flipper? You had to eventually go get yourself a white girl, didn't you?
What do you mean eventually?
What I mean is you got a complex about color. You've always had it. I never wanted to believe it until now. Only girls you've ever dated has been light-skinned girls. You and Cyrus, both of you.
Well, you don't know what type of women I dated before we got together, and that's not the issue here.
The issue is because you're so black you have a problem.
Oh, that's insane. That's insane.
Yes.
That's insane.
I've told you what happened to me when I was growing up. I've explained to you. I poured my heart out. I told you how they call me high yellow bitch, white honky white nigga white, octoroon, quadroon, half-breed, mongrel. And what do? Do you love this girl?
Oh, Drew, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I love you.
Do you love her?
No.
Maybe.
No, I don't.
Yeah, a little bit.
Love that pussy, Drew. I don't.
White man's cooking.
Because don't you know white people hate black people because they're not black?
Yes.
They can't relate.
Look, Drew, did your white father hate your black mother?
You talking about my family?
See, this is what I'm saying to you. Color's got you fucked up, too.
Maybe it has. Maybe that's why this hurts me so much. Can't you see that? I trusted you. And I loved you.
And you still do.
Oh, please, don't tell me what I feel. I don't. And I won't again. You can take your little tired ass roses and just get the fuck out of my place of business.
Good for her, because
talk about my family.
Look, that was the blackest shit she ever said.
Like, you talking about my family?
My mama, nigga.
That was a black ass response. I loved it. Yeah, look, I mean, it's a good scene because it goes to the point of even she. I mean, she's pretty fucked up about race too. You know, she's obviously mixed. Half-breed, mongrel, white nigga white. I was like, nigga white. God damn.
Did y'all ever
they
hear?
went hard back in like the 1970s.
Did you ever hear High Yellow before?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Like, that's what we called each other in my family.
Yeah. Red bone.
We didn't know that red bone always referred to sex. We didn't say that shit to each other.
No, like red bone has always been like light-skinned women. That's what I've always heard.
I've always only heard it in regards to a dude talking about.
Yeah, like I want to have sex with that red bone.
That's the only time I ever heard it.
So just in women in general.
My stepfather was about as black as Wesley Snipes, and my mother not as light as her, but she's pretty light. And I remember he told me a story about how he brought my mother home.
Oh shit!
And my grandmother was like, "So you like that high yellow woman with the big butt?" It was like, "So this is what we're doing now." Like he was like, "Yeah,
dude, old black people don't give a fuck.
They don't care." Ended up loving it anyway, but it's an issue.
As the performance was a little over dramatic.
Oh, certainly.
But it was a good interaction, and that talks about the color complex that we have, and I'm sure other minorities have. You know what I mean? Like Latin people, like they're all shades and colors also.
Yeah,
like in Brazil, like the darker you are, you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like
no, that's
they look at you as like less than. Like really, like the lighter, it's worse.
Yeah,
in other countries as far as the color complex goes. It's
so in Brazil, if you're dark, you're a nigger than nigger.
Yes. you
Fact.
Like it's wild, man. That color complex is a bitch.
Yeah, all over the world, everywhere that Europeans went, they fucked it up for everybody. They did. That's why Japanese women walk around with goddamn umbrellas to keep themselves even whiter. They're like, no, I need to be lighter. Like, you're already Japanese. Right. You're already You're already onion paper, for God's sake. Take it easy. But so we get a scene of Angie coming home to her parents' house, and her father just beating the shit out. I think this is a horrible.
Well, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing because the first time I had a serious relationship with a white girl, my sister looks at me, you're like, you're already light skinned as hell. Your baby's gonna be clear.
She's not wrong. Your sister was ahead of her time. Even to this day, she knows. But so yeah, Angie's father just fucking flips the fuck out on her. I mean, he beat her like she had broken into his house.
Yeah, he beat her like he's backhanding her, man. Like he's beat her like
that scene was hard to watch, honestly.
It was
what the fuck is going?
Come on, man.
But again, as over the top as that scene is, it's not crazy that would have happened. It's funny to see it happen in 1991. Like maybe in like the 1940s or 1950s I could see, or even the 60s. But I mean, dude is like putting in work. It's like, you like grabbing her, saying like,
might as well have been punching her in the face.
He did punch her in the face at one point.
Did he?
Yeah,
not close hand. I don't think.
Oh, like he's a gentleman.
Yeah,
he's a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a very classy dude.
It's like that.
Belt
it's
off
like
with a whooping on her.
It's like that Latino dude who smacked that black chick on the New York subway. And knocked the sonic rings out of her. That shit was amazing.
It was funny. She deserved it.
Yeah, shit. Sorry, you did. So at this point, like, she moves in with her two girlfriends. I have to assume that the one who was like, I just find it disgusting, fucking told her father.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Definitely. So then we get a scene of everybody sitting over at
the malt shop.
At the local malt shop again. And this scene is pretty good because this is for the first time you get to see Paulie exert himself. And basically the entire time, Paulie and Angie have broken up, and Paulie he sort of has this thing for this black woman who comes in into his place. And so these fucking pot of meatballs have a fucking problem with it. So here is that scene.
She's sweet, man. Yeah, I fuck her. Definitely. Fuck her. I fuck her. Are you kidding? I fuck a nigga with a spick in a second. Yeah, and I do it too. But I wouldn't let anybody see us together. No way I walk down 18th Avenue with a black on my arm. No fucking way. Yeah, not even Paula Abdul? Not even Paula Abdul. And Paula Abdul says she's not black. Paula Abdul.
Yeah, you gotta have.
Who's Paula Abdul? She got big tits?
It's gotta stop somewhere. Next thing, a black guy will want to pork Denise. Come on, they took over sports. Baseball, basketball, football, boxing. What do we got left? Hockey?
Golf.
Golf, come on, man. They fucking elected Dinkins. Jesus Christ. When does it stop?
I don't need this shit from you guys today. All you ever do is complain, man. Complain. When Dinkins won, the next day everybody was packing up, leaving New York. And where did you guys go? Around the corner?
That's the first thing he does. He appoints that black police commissioner, right? What's his name?
Brown, Lee Brown.
Downtown Brown.
Hey, Vinny, did you vote?
No, I didn't vote. I had to fix my car.
Patty, did you vote?
No, I had to help my mom's out, all right?
Touché.
Yeah, I voted. You didn't vote.
I did vote. Fuck you. Oh, shit. Frankie Bob.
Sure, I voted. I voted about 6 times. I wrote Rudy. No, I put a stamp on it. Yeah, I don't know if they got it.
Airmail. Yeah.
Shit.
Fucking flew it in.
Sonny, did you vote?
I went to PS205 over here. That must have moved. I'm not gonna walk around all day.
You guys didn't even register to vote. You never voted in your whole life. No wonder Giuliani lost.
Now, what's the sense of voting, Paulie? Look at Marion Barry smoking crack in his hotel room with his girlfriend. I mean, the mayor of D.C., the nation's capital.
What does that have to do with David Dinkins? There's 2 different people.
He's black!
Then there's Marion Barry, and then there's David Dinkins.
Black on black.
David Dinkins, Marion Barry.
Black on black.
I talking about Dinkin Donuts. Anyway, you add it up. 1 + 1, it's 2. 2 different people.
Yeah, but they're both black. Read the Post, Paulie.
I sell the Post.
What about Central Park?
Yeah, Salam Baloney.
Fucking guy writes a rap poem. He says he's innocent. He's not remorseful one bit.
What the fuck was that? I'm a cool type of fellow, cool, calm, and mellow. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm talking about Central Park. I'm not talking about Central Park.
What are you talking about? Let me ask you something, Paulie. Did you vote?
Did I vote?
Yeah.
Did I vote?
Did you vote, Paulie?
I voted.
Who'd you vote?
That's my business.
Your business, huh? He probably voted for Dinkins.
Yeah, the guy who likes tennis.
Was a very...
Yeah, he definitely voted for Dinkins.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You fucking idiots.
Black on black. What does that even mean?
That's not even relevant.
It's the beginning name of this show.
It's meatball logic, man.
Hey, spaghetti, meatball. A gabagool. No, but the thing is, it is the classic argument of stupid people.
Yep.
Well, these 2 different black guys, like, they're not all the same. Like, I don't understand that logic. Like, it's so dumb. He's black. Like, okay.
They're black.
But it also goes to the point of, like, people complaining about politics. Like, if you don't vote, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. You don't get the right to say shit.
Guys, I had to fix my car.
Yeah, I had to help my mom.
I had to help my mom. Like, why did he sound like a fucking... It's like a chipmunk.
Well, he's like a classic toady character, you know. He's just like the sidekick to the boss kind of character. But yeah, they're all just a bunch of meatballs in a pot. Like they don't do shit. Stew there, as you were saying, which I thought was hilarious. So from there we get, they're basically not doing shit, and you find out Angie and Flipper have moved in together. Gator comes over and he's like, "Oh, you're white." Like, okay, like that doesn't make any sense. And so then it sort of moves through, and I didn't clip this out because it was so insane. But Flipper decides to take Angie to dinner at his parents' house. No, you shouldn't have done that, dog. Where his father just lays down like this whole like history of white people raping black people during slavery and all. You're just like, okay, I didn't do that, right? Like he went full on Pastor David Manning in this scene.
Yeah, so fuck him. But the mom, I like what the mom says. She's like, "So did he tell you about his beautiful family and child?" And I'm like,
yeah, Ruby D was just like light slander.
I'm like, just that's the relevant conversation. Yeah. Thank you.
Like, and then they stole our black women. I was like, God damn, this is some
like
heavy ass conversation for dinner.
Since they kept calling him Pastor whatever,
the good doctor, the good Reverend Doctor, the good Reverend Doctor.
He reminded me of Pastor Manning. This entire movie. Like this section here, I'm like, I could just hear that voice.
You niggas
saying all
are
those
crazy. What's wrong with you? I have that YouTube video.
Like a bizarro, intelligent David Manning.
Excuse me, Pastor David Manning.
Whatever.
Get over it, Anna.
He's get over it.
You still seem hurt by it. That dude is amazing. So after leaving that horrendous dinner, Flipper and Angie are driving, and they get out of the car to go into their apartment, and they're like play fighting or whatever,
like idiots
in the street.
Look, I feel like your white privilege is too high. Look, I'm married, and it's 2015. I wouldn't joke and play around with my wife like that now.
Nope.
Like choking her on the hood of a car? Are you crazy? I mean, I live in a black neighborhood, so we'd be fine. But they'd be like, "Brother, you need help?" Or like, "Is that white girl attacking you? Is that Puerto Rican woman attacking you?" But like, I wouldn't do that like in a white neighborhood. Are you out of your mind?
They would shoot you.
Yeah. And so the cops like roll up, and they think that he's attacking her for obvious reasons. Like I remember this scene, like seeing it as a young kid. And I'm like, oh, that's really fucked up. But if I'm a cop, I would have been like, yeah, I thought you were trying to rape this woman on the hood of your car.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't help that you're black, and I can barely see Wesley Snipes in this scene. But
some whippy glasses.
Yeah. Like, I mean, literally, the scene I have paused on my laptop, you really can't see Wesley Snipes except for the reflection off of his glasses.
And his lips. That's it.
And his fucking teeth.
Yeah.
God damn.
Smile for me, Wesley. Smile. So,
spook ass mother.
I've been called all sorts of names. Yes, you have. So the cops realize that they were just fucking around, and so they leave him alone. But Wesley Snipes is like yelling at Angie, like, "Don't tell her we're together," like all this type of shit. I was like,
"Yeah, like
you're having sex with this woman, dude. Like that would have been grounds for breaking up. Like what the fuck? Like if I was out with my wife and she was like, deny us, like don't tell people we're together. Like,
it was very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, you're
the fact
walking
that you are together is what kept you from being shot in the face.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it goes to the point that
Like, I
Snipes is progressive enough to have sex with a white woman, but he's not really progressive.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Is it that, or is he worried that the cops will be pissed off that a white woman is with a black man?
I think he's ashamed.
I mean, we get to that later, but is he really ashamed when there's a gun to his head? I think he's just worried about the cop getting pissed off.
Yeah, I think he's.
I mean, I think you're right about that part.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
The immediate threat is,
I ain't trying to get shot.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to die.
Is he ashamed? Yes, but it's not really in that situation.
Here's the thing. In that situation, I'd be like, yes, this is
my girlfriend. Like, yeah, I know you're mad, but maybe that'll stop you from shooting.
Right.
Me.
That's what I'm like. Why would you keep denying that y'all are together?
He's like, I was just walking her home
with a fucking gun. That doesn't even make. I'm like, right. That sounds worse.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure she gets home safe. That's some rapey ass shit, dude.
Right. I'm like that. No,
we live
is my
together.
girlfriend.
Yeah, we live together. I know it's offensive to you. You didn't vote for Dinkins. I get it. We're having sex, legit, on purpose, together.
Consensual.
Can I just make sure you? I need
times. Don't shoot me.
Like she seemed to like it. I'm sorry. But we woke up the baby. Sorry. So yeah,
every day,
every morning. So from there we cut back to Paulie, and he actually asked the black woman out on a date. And she's like, I never thought of you like that. But apparently it works out because he heads over to her house later after getting into a fight with the fucking meatballs at his malt shop.
No, not at his malt shop. Outside the malt, like on his way to her house, they jump his ass and. Oh no, they don't jump him. They harass the fuck out of him,
and then he fights back.
Yeah.
But before that happens, we get taken to crack heaven, guys. This scene happens. Look, I don't understand why any of this was necessary in the movie.
Because he couldn't get budgeting for 2 movies. Probably he probably couldn't get funding for both movies.
It was only $14 million. But yeah, so at one point. Gator goes and takes the television from his parents' house, and so Flipper's mom was like, "You need to go get that TV back before Pastor Manning gets home." And I need you to know that. I need you to tell your audience. But so he goes looking for Flipper goes looking for Gator. That sentence alone is ridiculous.
Like cartoon character.
Seriously, I was just thinking that like it was a bright sunny morning and Flipper went looking for Gator.
Yeah,
Flipper found Gator down by the crack den.
Fucking twisted Nick Jr. show. The fuck?
This is the gritty reboot of Nick Jr. So he goes looking for him. He talks to drug dealer Charlie Murphy, which is hilarious.
Random Charlie Murphy. I'm like, all right, cool.
All right.
Again, Charlie Murphy, not acting. He's just being himself. And so then we have a scene of Flipper going and finding Gator. They go to what they call the Taj Mahal crack den, and there's like. It looks like a scene out of fucking The Walking Dead. There's like 900 crack addicts hanging out in a room. Like, again, it made no sense.
It looks like a scene out of like a RoboCop, like that dystopian future fucked up shit where RoboCop has to go in and fucking kill the crackheads or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Just like in a random factory of crackheads.
Like it doesn't make any sense for this movie.
Yeah, it makes sense. It just doesn't make sense for.
These places existed.
Yeah, no, I know that. This could have been a scene out of New Jack City.
Yeah, they had
some other movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
the fuck does this have to do with anything?
Right. Look, Pastor David Manning doesn't like to have be missing in color TV, so he had to go get it. So when Flipper gets home, Angie basically is like, I'm out. Like, she leaves, and then when he wakes up the next day, she's gone, and he's like, oh,
ain't this a bitch?
Like, typical white woman shit.
No, I ain't got no pussy.
You done fucked up.
Well, yeah, did we talk about the night before where he basically told her, fuck off?
Well, he said some shit, and I should have clipped this out. He was like, oh, we ain't having no babies.
Right.
Like no mixed babies. That ain't gonna happen. No.
I don't
Shut
want
your
it.
mouth.
I don't want any. I don't want any octoroons or quadri. I mean, he says that.
Yeah.
And I was like, but what? You're having sex with a white woman. Like,
what do you think is gonna happen? What do you want here? Like, what's going on?
And that's the thing is, like, what does he want? I think he just wants to fuck a white woman and then try to get back with his wife.
I want him
to fuck your wife. She's 2 shades from being white any goddamn way.
Personally, you ask me, I think she's the same goddamn shade. She is. Just with some nappier hair. Honestly, you know what I want for him? I want for him to fall down some stairs because he's a horrible character.
Like, he's a terrible dude, man.
He is.
He's a terrible dude. I mean, I'd be pretty pissed off at the world if my name was Flipper also, but like, come on, man.
Flipper Purify.
So, all right.
Okay. So we get a scene. I didn't think it was really, again, all that important. But Gator goes over to his parents' house to get more money and gets shot and murdered by his father. The only thing that is worth a damn in that scene is that fucking dance he does. He's like spinning around and shit. That shit is legit funny.
That fucking Charo dance.
Yeah. And then
Look, I'm glad he got shot though, because fuck him too. He's a piece of shit.
You crack addict, dog. Crack addict.
Crackhead and proud.
So then Angie goes back. So Angie and Flipper break up officially, I guess. And Angie goes back home to her father.
Abusive father.
And Flipper goes back to his wife. At least that's what they made it out to be. But then not really, because they're having sex and she is crying, which is the best. I mean, unless like it feels really good, that's not really the response you want. Like, oh, this dick is so good, I'm crying about it. Like, no, she's like, my heart is breaking.
Right. She's weeping because she has succumbed to the fact that she just wants some dick. And it's like, God damn it. Like, I know this dude isn't good for me, but God damn it, I need some fucking big black dick in me.
True. That's sad.
And it's just...
Sometimes you got to drop the niggle on him. There are facts. There are facts, guys.
I enjoy that show.
But So yeah,
what show is this coming from?
From Flash. Or yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Then I'm like, you keep saying it. How the fuck?
No, you gotta.
There's an episode of Neuropocalypse.
Yeah, we made that joke. Or Terrence made the joke.
I think I heard that one.
So Wesley Snipes, his wife said, or Drew basically says, yeah, you need to leave, and so he does. He says goodbye to his daughter and says, oh, maybe I'll move back in eventually. I have a feeling that she takes him back.
Where the fuck is he living? Because he already gave up his apartment.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I guess
Did he start his?
No.
So what is he doing?
Homeless. Just wandering the streets.
I assume by this ending scene that maybe he gets on crack.
He's out shopping for color TVs. Right, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
So
this ending,
as he's walking home.
Yes,
this
I
is
would like to
this
talk
is
about
this is all right. This is Spike Lee being up his own ass again. God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
So he's walking home and he sees a prostitute. And she hits him up.
Like a very young one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he, I guess, so according to Wikipedia, Flipper has a vision of her his daughter morphing into a prostitute.
Maybe they should have shown that.
And right, because it didn't feel like he had a vision of it, but whatever. And he grabs the girl and screams to the high heavens, "No!" And then we zoom in on him, and then we cut to black.
But the question is, there was no build-up to a notion of like his fear that his daughter would become.
There was one scene.
Yeah, I was
there
about
was
to say that. One scene where Halle Berry walks up to him, or was it some other?
No, it was Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
It's like, I'll suck your dick for some crack or for some money.
$5.
For $5, and he shook his. He's like, if I ever see you do this, blah blah blah
right.
blah.
I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, right. He literally said, "I will fucking kill you, daughter."
Shook the shit out of her.
It's an honor kill.
And like. Yeah.
But again, why was that the ending? Also, the movie ends so weird because the whole premise of the movie is the whole notion of interracial dating. None of that is in the end of the movie.
All right, I'm knocking this down to a 3.
It doesn't. It's a separate.
I'm knocking it down to
It's two movies. He took the script from 2 movies and shuffled them together. He fucking bridged them together like a card deck and went with it.
That's a great way.
This is a film based on 2 scripts.
Yeah. Hey, look,
also
upgrade. That's an upgrade.
Also, I gotta ask this question because she goes, "I suck your dick for $2. How much crack can you get for $2?"
I don't know how much crack costs, so I don't know.
I have no idea.
One rock.
Look. I don't think so. But here's my thing.
Cheap, right?
A $5 blowjob. Do you really even want that blowjob? $5?
All dry and crusty.
A crack blowjob?
A gum job.
No, it's like dry lips, like sticking on your pubes, like Velcro and shit.
I don't think I'd want that.
$7.
I can't imagine being so hard up for something that 1, I'd have to pay for it, and 2, I'd have to pay for it for someone that doesn't have teeth. Like
how much? And here's a final serious question. How much would you be willing to pay to let a crackhead suck your dick who looks like Halle Berry?
Wait,
I wouldn't be able to
what?
get it up. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
No.
Right? That is the correct answer.
Get it up.
The answer is nothing. The answer is nothing. Everybody. Good night.
No.
Yeah, this ending was.
The ending makes no sense.
As soon as
I'm going 3.5. I have to drive. That ending is. It doesn't make any sense.
The ending made me laugh in anger.
When the ending popped up, I'm like, unless someone explained to me exactly what that means, that's for comic relief. Because it didn't make any fucking sense.
And
he grabs a girl and screams, and I'm like, that's hilarious.
And he does it in a couple of movies, like he did it in School Days, where it ends with a black man just screaming.
Like I literally said, "God damn it, Spike Lee!" Click.
Like on the one hand, like he's got balls, right? He
does.
But on the other hand, like he's a fucking pretentious artist and who does like pretentious artsy shit, and it's just like this. Stop doing things just to do them.
Dude, everything in this movie, I'm sitting there staring at it, trying to figure out what it represents in his mind. Like those stupid names. Every time he walks his daughter to school, you can see the walk, don't walk sign right in front of your face. And I'm wondering what that's supposed to fucking represent.
I don't know.
I guarantee it does, though.
Oh, I'm sure it represents something. I would be amazed to know what that is.
Like Flipper and Gator.
Did you guys notice Giancarlo Esposito in the movie?
Yeah.
No, really?
Snatched his clothes when he was getting his clothes thrown out.
Oh, is that
He was
right?
the dude in the hoodie.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
I was actually surprised he wasn't in the movie, but there you go. Because he was in every black 90s movie.
Yep, there he is. With the T-square in his hand.
Like, oh shit, son, free T-square.
T-square, I'm about to build something. I don't know. He probably didn't know what the fuck it was.
It's like, this hammer is weird. It's very strange.
Why this hammer's head so small?
All right, that is it for us.
Big ass ruler.
Fucking ridiculous. All right, that's it for us. This is episode 55, Jungle Fever. We will be back next week with a preview episode for episode 56. All right, we'll see you guys.
See you.
Adios.
Bye.